they're still touting a Brexit reset. I kid you not. Rachel Reeves went over to the EU pretty much to, well, affirm her red lines. Yeah, the red lines that we won't be having any relaxation of immigration. We're not going to be accepting youth visas, etc. What the heck? You're just taking the mick. You're just wasting your time and theirs. Going on about your Brexit reset. This is just a mantra, not a reality. Now, I'm wondering why I'm bothering to do this channel, because I keep going around and blinking circles, because they are. Wanting more than that is on offer. Wanting everything without giving anything back. It's blooming annoying. And it is. But anyway, before I get into it, would you be most kind and click the old like button and maybe subscribe to the channel and the little the little bell icon. Just there it is. Give it a tickle, because then you get a warm fuzzy feeling in your pocket every time I upload another video. If you want to support the channel, it's Patreon, buy us coffee, and the links down below. But I am pulling my bloody hair out. I was going to make a video about this yesterday, and I knew it was obviously happening because I've been talking about it for ages. They're going to go to the EU and have a negotiation and stuff like that. Yeah, there's no negotiations to be had while you got your red lines. There really isn't. I've got something on my glasses. And this is just madness. It really is just madness. You cannot fix something without accepting it's broken. You just can't. It's just obvious, and it's just logic. And it's deeply frustrating when you hear these numpties constantly telling us they're going to have a Brexit reset. Now, when Keir Starmer was campaigning, he said that, yeah, we're going to have a Brexit reset, we're going to try to renegotiate the deal, blah, 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 which was bloody bollocks at the time anyway, let's be honest. And then they had their economic strategy and stuff, and they said within that for their strategy to work, it was imperative that we renegotiate a free trade deal. They failed. They failed before they even started, because there is no renegotiation. You're either in or you're out. And we're out of the European Union. We no longer have a seat at the table. We no longer have the ability to help change the direction of the European Union. We have no say at all. We are there with our begging bowl. And you know what beggars get? They get crumbs. Or if you, Boris Johnson, set like a €50 note, $50 note, or £50 note in front of a homeless person. That's what these people are like. They're flipping idiots. They have no understanding or empathy for ordinary folk or people who are listening to this stuff. So hang on, how can that work? They're putting 2 and 2 together and making 5. Now, recently, oh dear, recently, Keir Starmer was seeking to hire an EU negotiator for the princely sum of 150,000 a year. You know, a specialist, somebody you can help negotiate. When you got these red lines, where's the negotiation? There ain't any. You've already made your mind up. This is just madness. It's just clear and utter madness. It really is. And now, yesterday, the Brexit reset. 5 business leaders on how they like the relations with the EU to change. Well, I'll tell you now, behind the scenes, it's been confirmed to me that commentators and what have you on this topic are laughing. They're rolling around and laughing. Because it's ridiculous. You can't ask for a reset of your flippin' trade and cooperation agreement while telling everyone, oh, we're sticking to our red lines, but you're going to have to do all this for us. They're going to say, why? What are you going to do for us? That is what we call a negotiation. That's a deal to be had. You got to have something to offer. They've already got what they need. And now with everything that's going on, we now also got the general product safety regulations that we're going to have to deal with. Was I behind them a minute ago, wasn't I? We're going to have to deal with. It's just stupid. It really is stupid. So yes, Brexit reset 5 business leaders on how they'd like relations with the EU to change. Earlier this week, the UK Chancellor Reeves said she was hoping for talks in the new year, hoping could lead to an extensive reset of post-Brexit relations, while telling them that these are our red lines. Now, music and the arts, that's the one that I'm particularly interested in, because they've been shafted big time. So UK musicians and their crew previously found it easy to play, say, a concert in Paris, one night in Amsterdam next, or you can do like 6 months plus tours, even a year tour, but they can't do that now. It's almost impossible to organise. If it isn't the fact you've got to have permits, this, that, and the other, and carnets and all that sort of stuff, and you're going to have to hire a van over there because you can't use because it comes under cabotage. It's just too costly. And when you got some of these small bands who support act for larger bands, what have you, they scrape everything together to actually just to make the trip. And now they've got to worry about the fact they've got paid taxes, VAT, on any merchandise they need to sell at the events and stuff. So yes, increased bureaucracy, costs, and complexity of touring the European Union have now put the UK music industry at a competitive disadvantage. A new deal would tackle with the absence of specific settlement for musicians in the original EU-UK Trade Cooperation Agreement. And now they can only obviously travel 90 days in every 180. Now we got to remember, some of these people, all right, these band members, they might also have family holidays they do. So they can clearly eat into that period. So they're not necessarily going to get 90 days. If you've got 5 people, 5 members of your band, well then, this band, be 1 or 2 of them have got plans already. Horticulture. Brexit has caused delays and damage, and a reset is absolutely vital. Yes, it clearly is. We can't get the people that we need. But you're not going to do nothing about that, are you? We need the workers for the farms. That's what the farmers want. They need the workers. They need good access to all the chemicals and the fertilisers that they need. They also need good access regarding getting your meat products into the EU. But how's that going to work? We've just signed up deals with God knows every Tom, Dick and Harry. And every single one of them deals goes against the EU. So that ain't going to happen. It's like they say, we want absolutely everything, but we're not going to give you diddly. We're going to give you diddly squat. We're going around the same thing again, and this is deja vu. It's the same old rubbish, right? But from a different governor. Governor, yeah. Right, mate, governor. Right, governor. Another government. That's all it is. It's the same old rubbish. There's nothing new here. It's just a whole lot of bollocks. Yeah, the farmers need to reduce the friction at the border. Well, I'll tell you one thing what you can't do at the border. You won't be able to send over potatoes looking like that. They'll have to be all washed and free of soil. And then you've got to think about the germ as well, as in the shooting or what have you, propagation. You've got to remember that Scotland got hit on their seed potatoes, which they used to sell into the EU. God knows where they're going now. So Brexit, UK needs to put in hard yards, says Sean Maguire, Confederation of British Industry Director, Europe and International. You see, the thing is, most of this work is most of the heavy lifting will be done by the workers themselves, or the businesses themselves. They're going to have to foot the cost, and the cost will actually reduce the profits. And then reduced profits will mean that there's less tax take. And who suffers? Everybody does. There's less money for services. It's the same old story again and again and again. And it is, well, it's depressing. Let's be honest. It's blooming depressing because there's nothing new here. That this isn't. It's just the same old rubbish. Just with different cheerleaders, basically. Now, if you get reform, it'd be the same old rubbish again. Even a party that might say we're going to rejoin or join the European Union, it'll be the same old rubbish again. Nothing will get done. And same with this. Nothing is going to get done. The European Union member states have no real allegiance with the UK anymore. It's no longer got a seat at the table. In fact, there is a fair bit of animosity towards the United Kingdom because of the way that we've behaved. Now, I'd hope, obviously, Keir Starmer is a downside more amenable, normal, I would say. Rather boring as well, quite frankly. But I also think he has very little in the way of, well, he's got no charisma for a start. Also, empathy. I don't think he really understands what people go through. See, all these people, they've most of their life, they've, not necessarily been rich all their life, but they've been okay. They've had plenty of money. They hadn't had to worry for anything. Unfortunately, the majority of the population in the United Kingdom, and obviously in the US as well, well, that's not to say Brexit thing, you've got Donald Trump coming in, it's going to cause a huge amount of problems, but, it's going to hurt people. And their children are going to suffer as a result. Stress in the family because you can't pay your bills for whatever reason, and we all know that it becomes that stress, that worry, that frustration can be taken out on the children. Not to say violently, but just through the atmosphere, So they might be hoping for it. That ain't gonna happen. No. We have screwed ourselves. We're hooked, as some people might say. So anyway, it was kind, but they all like bun. Very depressed, But be very careful what people tell you, because it's far more complicated and nuanced than most commentators like to tell you. Like Liz Webster, for instance, she'll tell you all this stuff. We could just rejoin. We'll just join the single market and the customs union, or oh crikey, it's too complicated, and we're so far outside of that now. We would literally have to undo everything we've done to date. It's madness. It's just madness. Anyway, toodaloo.